So as you may or may not have noticed, I have a series on my channel called Why You Should Main, talking about why you should main every single different character in Smash Ultimate. But you might be wondering, why do I know so much about every single character in Smash Bros? Don't people usually just have a single main? And yeah, that's the usual case, but for me, I decided in Smash 4 to main almost just about every single character. And I learned a lot about them all, but as well, I wasted a whole lot of time. And today I want to talk to you guys about how you can not waste all that time, how you can pick up a character relatively fast, hopefully stick with them, and if you don't stick with them, find some other characters that can also help you out and become your mains without wasting way too much time before getting good at the game. With that all said though, guys, let's get started. To start off, I think the most important thing for you to do as a player is decide what characters you enjoy playing / what ones you are willing to play. Because it really depends on the person. It depends if you're a person that just wants to main a character based off how they look, or how they play, or a mixture of the two, and you can do whatever you want to. So if you're a person that generally just likes to see characters and, see how awesome they are, maybe just go on the Smash website and look at your top 10, write them all down, and continue from there. If you're a person that, however, likes to feel them out, what I'd recommend for you is to, as well, make a list of 10 characters. But how you want to do it instead is by going into a game for every single character 3 times, so 3 different games. Now, this is going to have a lot of benefits because first off, you're going to get a lot of experience in the game. You're going to try everyone out. You're going to kind of know how everyone feels, and that's all great. But as well, it'll make so that when you later on choose a main based off how they feel, based off their mechanics, you're going to know that this is the main that has the most stuff that you enjoy out of everybody else because you'll already have tried everybody else. Now, this was a big mistake that I made when playing Smash 4 and choosing a main because essentially at the very beginning, I decided to main, Shulk just really quickly before trying out anybody else. And then from there, I swapped again and again and again and again because I kept finding new awesome stuff on other characters that if I would have just played them all in the first place and played 3 games and learned how they all worked, I could have skipped this step. I could have saved a lot of time. So that's what I'd recommend to you. Play 3 games of every single character, see kind of how they feel, and make a list of 10 of the best. And another reason why this is great is that you won't be wasting your time by switching your main later on because again, yeah, you will know which ones you like, which ones you don't, and you kind of won't be debated into playing Pac-Man 2 years into the game. Now, the next thing I'm going to say to you is to decide what is important for you as far as how the main has to play. Are you a person that really likes to get in there, that likes to get a lot of damage, get big combos? Are you a person that likes to kill people extremely early? Are you a person that likes to be really heavy and not die for a long time? Are you a person that likes to camp, which is completely fine? Are you a person that likes to rush down all the time, which is completely fine? Just think about what you like to do and think about what characters you've played in the past and what their main traits are, and maybe write down or just think about those while picking your future mains. A lot of the times you might get kind of stuck up in one cool thing that you see one character do and decide to main them, like maybe seeing Nairo get a up air string of Zero Suit Samus and ending it and up being deciding to instantly main Zero Suit. Yeah, somebody does that, but you shouldn't. You should realize the main important things to you as a person trying to pick a main, and then from there, look at the top 10 characters that you have already written down from part 1 and see where they fit in. Maybe enjoy playing a certain character, but you realize that, they don't really do what you want them to do. Maybe they're enjoyable, maybe you can still play them in free-for-all or even in teams, but as far as a main, maybe not. Hopefully with this step, you can shave off a few more characters, maybe down to 5 to 6, and from here, let's keep going. The next thing is to pick how good of a character you want. Now, I know that sounds kind of dumb, but you have to decide if you want to play a high tier, a mid tier, or low tier, or if you don't care, or if you really do care. And decide it pretty early on, because I know a lot of people that early on want to win a lot of tournaments, but don't want to be a tier whore and won't play the highest tier characters. And those are just conflicting objectives. They don't work together. If you want to be a person that plays just to win tournaments, then play a character that just wins the tournaments. But if you want to be a person that just shows off how awesome your certain character that no one else plays can be, then pick a lower tier character, show them off. Decide what you think is important and play based off of that. Now, I know that might take a while to get used to, or if you haven't played a Smash game in the past, honestly, you're just gonna have to put in some time to realize what's important to you. But especially if you have played one, just decide early on, and from there, pick the character no matter what it is. Don't, swap to a character that's a lot higher tier if you really don't care about tiers just because your friend tells you to, and don't swap down from a really high tier character because everyone's complaining about you. Yeah, really decide that, and if you're gonna decide what type of character you want to play, what tier of character you want to play, and what mechanics you really want to look for, with those 3 steps, you should hopefully only have around 2 to 3 more people. And especially later on when we get a much more clear vision of the tier list, this will help you a lot. Early on though, maybe you can ignore this part a bit and just kind of play what you want to play, but then come back to this maybe in a month or 2. Speaking about playing a character early on and then playing a character later, I'd honestly recommend to kind of put choosing a main into 2 phases. First off, choose a main before Smash Ultimate comes out. And if the game's already out, sorry for this part, maybe skip ahead around 30 seconds. But choose a main before Smash Ultimate comes out. Look at all the characters, see who you think is super hype, who you want to get good at, who you're so excited for, and main them for a month. Just straight up for a month, main this character. No matter how good or bad they are, whatever, main them for a month. Because this will give you a few benefits. First off, you're going to get pretty good at that character, and it'll be really enjoyable for you to play that and show it off to all your friends locally. But as well, it'll also make you get good at the game's mechanics. No matter if your character is really good or not so good at all, you're going to get good at dash canceling, you're going to get good at the slight wave dashing, you're going to get good at how the movement works in this game, you're going to get good at everything a lot faster than people that are just swatching around all the time through different picks to try to find their main in the first day. Yeah, you're going to have a huge benefit over them. So I'd recommend pick a main and just play him for a month. For me, it's probably going to be either Pokemon Trainer or Ken. If he's announced for the game, we're going to have to see with that. Now, after you've gone through this point, what you want to do is to then decide on kind of what you want to play from there, continuing on. Because after the first month, you're going to have a good idea on all the best characters, for the most part, generally. You're going to have a good idea on how good everyone's going to be. You're going to have a good idea on how most every single character plays, because you'll have played with and against them a lot. And from here, you can decide a lot more thoroughly who you want to main. Do you still want to main the character that you put a lot of time into? Sure, keep playing them then. That's awesome. Or do you want to pick up somebody new? Well, there you go. You can play them as well. You can change up your playstyle. You can learn all the new stuff. You can make sure that the pros match up with the pros that you want and swap onto them. But the benefit is that by playing a month on this one character earlier, your day 1 main, you've still learned all that stuff from them that you can take onto your future main. And even if your future main eventually switches 5 months down the road, you still take all the knowledge from your first main and your second main. That'll just keep on going down. Now, something else I should say right here that is kind of beneficial in picking a main somewhat early on, within the first month or even the first 3 months, is that the game is still going to be super hyped, and you're still going to be super hyped, and you're going to be able to play your character versus a lot of other people that aren't very good. And this comes with a benefit, which is that you're getting good at the game at the same time as everyone else, and as well, you're skipping past the most annoying part of learning a new character, and that is learning the percents to do everything, learning all their combos, learning everything, learning how to space with them, learning how to dodge with them, learning how to attack with them, all the random crap that every single character has. You're doing that while having a lot of fun because the game's out. While if you decide to pick somebody up like 6 months later, you're gonna have a big pain in the butt ahead for you because you're gonna have to learn all that stuff really without any hype. Now again, I'm not saying later on you can't pick a main, but if you pick one earlier-ish on, you're gonna have that back pile of just hype and learning and growing all at the same time. That'll help you play that character for the rest of time, or at least until the next game, or at least until the next awesome DLC comes out. But honestly, that's a big benefit. And you'll also have to realize that when you swap mains every single time, you're gonna lose almost all your character-specific skills on them. You're gonna be pretty bad compared to everybody else, and it's gonna kind of suck. So I'd honestly recommend, even if you don't love your main too much, don't swap way too often because, yeah, it's not that fun. Realize that every character does have faults. No matter what your main is, there's gonna be something wrong with them. Even Bayonetta lost to a Toon Link. So, keep that in mind. Anything can happen. The final thing I'm gonna say is that don't feel like you are forced to play the character that you played in the last game. Let's say you were a Fox main in Smash 4, and in Melee, and in Brawl, and in 64. Don't feel like you have to play him. Now, if you're a character loyalist that loves to play the same character, that just loves to show off what they can do every game, then sure, if you want to play them. But if you feel like you've just been stuck down to them and you really don't want to play them anymore, then just swap to someone else. Sure, you might get a bit of flack from your nearby friends, but nobody else really cares, and just keep that in mind. And if you go to bigger tournaments, people are just gonna say, hey, that's the guy that plays this different character. Maybe Wolf, maybe Falco, maybe Villager, whatever. And, it'll be fine. Honestly, it'll be fine. At the same time, if you're a person that also really wants to main the same character, that's completely fine as well. I know a lot of people that love their main, but also feel like every game they gotta choose a new main. You don't have to do that. I know I have a friend that plays Mario and is probably going to play Mario again, and that's completely fine. As lame as me and my other friends might call him, he's working out pretty well, and he'll get the benefit of playing his main in the last game, take away all those skills, all those character-specific learning habits, and bring him into the new one, and probably be ahead of all of us for a while even. So, there's benefits both ways, but just don't feel like you're forcing yourself into a box. But anyways, as always, guys, those are just all my own personal opinions about choosing a character in Smash Ultimate, and I guess, kind of any Smash game. Now, I'm going to leave a link in the description below to some general character archetypes. Hopefully that'll help you out a little bit. And again, if you have no idea what you want to do, just play the game for a month, kind of figure out what you enjoy playing, what you don't enjoy playing, and then start from the beginning and continue from there. As well, if you want to just have like a month or two of just playing the game for fun and not really caring about having a main, honestly, I'd say that's completely fine as well. Don't feel like you have to have one really early on. I think they matter, a lot if you want to get great at the game super early on, but if you want to just play kind of casually and then move to competitive later, that's completely fine as well. Kind of just depends, again, on your goal as a player. So, check yourself before you wreck yourself and, enjoy the game, competitive, casual, whatever you want, really is up to you. Anyways, as always, guys, though, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment down below what you'd like me to talk about next. As this is my first discussion video, but hopefully it kind of helped. If you want to see more videos about actually choosing a character and learning about their exact benefits, I have a link at the top right of the screen right now, or maybe over there, I don't know. Hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. As always, guys, thank you for watching and have a smashing day.